everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Nizar Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our Daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our Daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision ebooks that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 17th of August 2022. Let's start. ONDC has signed Memorandum of Understanding with which regulatory body for coordination of the functions of institutions? What is ONDC? Open Network for Digital Commerce. And recently it has signed this Memorandum of Understanding with SIDBI for coordination of the functions of related institution. And under this partnership, sessions to educate the MSMEs about the ONDC masterclass sessions on ONDC protocols and minimum viable product will also be held for the MSME. Okay. So for this purpose, ONDC has signed this MOU with SIDBI. Full form is Small Industries Development Bank of India and headquarter lies in Lucknow. Okay. Next is Langya Henipa virus or the LAVI, a new virus has been discovered in which country? So this is a kind of new zoonotic virus and recently it has been discovered in China's 2 eastern provinces. So this type of virus is also called as LAVI, and according to the scientist, this virus can be transmitted from animals to humans, while human to human transmission of the virus has not been reported till now. Okay, so this is the virus from China. Next is PFM1 series butterfly mines, which was seen in the news, is associated with which country? So the UK Ministry of Defence has alarmed about the possible use of this PFM1 series, which is also called as butterfly mines, by the Russian military in the ongoing war in Ukraine. Okay, and these anti-personnel mines have 2 plastic wings to help it drift to the ground, and they contain about 40 grams of explosives. Okay, so it belongs to the country Russia. Next is, what percentage of the taxes collected by the center is devolved among the states? So at present, 41% of the taxes collected by the center is devolved into 14 installments among the states during a fiscal year. And recently the center has released 2 installments of tax devolution to the state governments, which amounts to 1.16 lakh crore rupees to the states. Okay, that's why this thing was in news. Don't forget that 41% of the tax is devolved among the states, which is collected by the center. Okay, next is, which institution has developed an indigenous vaccine for lumpy skin disease in cattle? So 2 institutes of agricultural research body, that is Indian Council of Agricultural Research, have developed an indigenous vaccine for lumpy skin disease in the cattle, and the disease has recently spread across many states in the last few months, and that's why center has planned to commercialize this vaccine. Okay, Rajasthan has reported over 2000 deaths of the cattle, followed by Gujarat and then Punjab. Fine. So this vaccine has been developed by Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Next is, which company has collaborated with the Indian government to train nearly 2.5 million civil servants? So Microsoft and the Indian government are set to collaborate for a program to train 2.5 million civil servants in using Microsoft suite of digital tool. Okay, and this partnership between Microsoft, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and the Capacity Building Commission aims to help the civil servants in helping the underprivileged. Okay, so for this purpose, Microsoft has collaborated with Indian government. Next is, which institution regulates the digital lending activities in India? So Reserve Bank of India has released the guidelines to strengthen the regulatory framework for digital lending activities. Also, RBI has specified that the lending business can only be carried out by the entities which are regulated by the central bank or those which are permitted under the law. And this has been released in an effort to mitigate the concerns from credit delivery through digital lending method. Okay, so answer would be Reserve Bank of India. Next is, which institution launched the Spark, which is a virtual space technology park? So the Indian Space Research Organization recently unveiled the Spark, which is a virtual space tech park as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration. And it was launched by ISRO chairman S. Somanath, and the virtual space museum hosts several documents, images, videos which are related to the launch vehicle, satellite, scientist mission, as well as the pioneers of India's space sector. Okay, so this space tech park has been launched by ISRO. Next is, NIPAM, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which field? What is the full form of NIPAM? National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission. National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission. Okay, and this is a program to spread the intellectual property awareness and provide the basic training. So this program has met its goal of providing the training to 1 million students on July 31st, 2022 before its deadline of August 15, 2022. Okay, full form is important, don't forget that. Next is, rice fortification in India is implemented through which ministry? So as per the Ministry of Consumer Affairs and Food Distribution, as many as 151 districts in total 24 states have already lifted the fortified rice under the public distribution system. And the government said nearly 6.83 lakh tons of fortified rice has been distributed under the PDS in the second phase from April 2022. And the first phase began in October 2021 so as to distribute the fortified rice through Integrated Child Development Services and Pradhan Mantri Poshan Shakti Nirman. Okay, so this is implemented by actually Ministry of Consumer Affairs and Food Distribution. Next is, which Indian leader is associated with the Purna Swaraj idea and Bande Mataram newspaper? Actually, Aurobindo Ghosh was the first proponent of the Purna Swaraj term more than 20 years before the Indian National Congress declared it in 1930. And the 150th year of his birth anniversary was recently celebrated. Okay, so Aurobindo Ghosh was born on 15th of August in the year 1872, and he was a philosopher, poet, journalist and revolutionary. And he wrote about the idea of complete independence in his newspaper named as Bande Mataram, and developed an approach to achieve that goal that included non-cooperation, passive resistance and the use of Swadeshi goods. Okay, so since we have celebrated his 150th anniversary recently, that's why he was in news. Next is, Padang, which was announced as a national monument, is located in which country? So Singapore has declared its 200 years old green and open space Padang as its 75th national monument. And Padang is actually the site from where Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose gave his Dilli Chalo slogan in the year 1943. And also, Padang is the first green and open space on Singapore's list of national monument, which is the highest form of recognition for a site significance. Okay, so it lies in Singapore. Next is, which organization has developed the advanced towed artillery gun system prototype howitzer gun? So the advanced towed artillery gun system, which is the homegrown howitzer gun, was used for the ceremonial 21 gun salute during the Independence Day ceremony in New Delhi on 15th of August 2022 for the first time. Okay, and this is the indigenous gun which was designed and developed by Defense Research and the Development Organization, and the British guns are being traditionally fired until now. This is the very first time that an indigenous gun is being used at the Independence Day. Okay. Next is, India signed an audio-visual co-production treaty with which country? So the Union Cabinet has approved the signing of an audio-visual co-production treaty between India and Australia. Why? To promote the co-production of films. Actually, audio-visual co-production treaties are the document which facilitate the co-production of the films between two countries. And under this umbrella agreement, private, quasi-government or the government agencies enter the contract to produce the films together. Okay, so this treaty has been signed between India and the Australia. Okay, can you tell me why Australia is important regarding Commonwealth Games 2022? What is the significance of Australia regarding this game? Do let me know in the comments. So these were the most important current affairs and the news from today. And also we have added few questions that were missed in the past week. And now we'll move on to our revision section. Today we'll be covering which three categories. First of all, we'll see few important states. After that, we'll see some of the important schemes that are relevant for your exam. And after that, we'll see some of the important banks. Okay. So first of all, we will see some of the important states that were in news. Which state or the Union Territory hosts the first Khelo India Women's Hockey League under 16? So the host for this event is New Delhi, and this event is to be conducted at Major Dhyan Chand Stadium there. Okay, so it has recently started on 16th of August and it will be concluded at 23rd of August. Fine. So total 16 teams are set to participate in 56 matches and over 300 players would be there for the matches. Okay. So Sport Authority of India has allocated 53.72 lakh rupees for all the three phases of this event. Fine. And the prize money is 15.5 lakh rupees. Which state has partnered with the National Institute of Ocean Technology for coastal protection measure? This is Odisha. And since Odisha is very much vulnerable to flood and cyclone, that's why it has partnered with NIOT Chennai for some measures. Which state or union territory has inaugurated the Bharat Rang Mahotsav? So the 22nd edition of Bharat Rang Mahotsav was inaugurated by the Governor of Maharashtra, Bhagat Singh Koshyari in Mumbai, and this event was jointly organized by Ministry of Culture and P.L. Deshpande, Maharashtra Kala Academy, to pay tribute to our freedom fighters. Okay, so here correct answer would be Maharashtra. Which state or union territory launched the Ummeed Marketplace initiative? So Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha has inaugurated this Ummeed Marketplace initiative under the Avsar scheme of Airports Authority of India at Srinagar International Airport. What is the aim? Because they want to provide a platform to market the local products directly to the customer. Okay, and also to promote local art and artisans. Fine. So here correct answer would be Jammu and Kashmir. The foundation stone of Indo-Israel Center of Excellence for Vegetables was laid in which state or the Union Territory? Recently, this Center of Excellence for Vegetable has been set up in Uttar Pradesh, and our Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar has inaugurated it at Chandauli. Okay, don't forget that Chandauli is also called as rice bowl of Uttar Pradesh. Okay, which two states signed a joint statement to resolve the decades-old boundary dispute? These two states are Mizoram and Assam. So now they will hold the meetings of deputy commissioners of the bordering district at least once in 2 months, and also shortly chief minister level talks from both the states would take place in New Delhi to find the solutions to interstate border dispute. Fine. So these are the few important states that were in news. Next we'll see some of the important schemes. Parwas, which was seen in the news recently, is a market linkage scheme implemented in which state or the union territory. So this is the scheme from Jammu and Kashmir, and under this 25% subsidy is to be provided on freight charges for carrying the perishable fruits that are harvested in Jammu and Kashmir. Which union ministry implements the One District One Product scheme? It has been implemented by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And recently Piyush Goyal has launched the digital version of ODOP catalog. Which state launched the Chief Minister Equal Education Relief Assistance and Grant, that is Chirag scheme? So this is the scheme from the state Haryana, and aim is to provide free education to the EWS students of the government school in budget private school. Okay, and criteria is that the parents of that student should have an annual income less than 1.8 lakh rupees. Which union ministry implements the Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0 scheme? Answer is Ministry of Women and Child Development, and it has been approved by the Government of India for implementation during 15th finance cycle period, that is 2021 to 22 up to 2025 to 26. Okay, and aim is to address the challenges of malnutrition in children, pregnant women and lactating mothers. The Crafts Village scheme is an initiative of which union ministry? This is the initiative of Ministry of Textiles, and aim is to develop the handicraft as a sustainable livelihood option for the artisans in the clusters, and total 8 craft villages have been selected. Which are these? For example, first is Tirupati from Andhra Pradesh, then second is Vadaj from Gujarat state, third is Naini from Uttar Pradesh, after that I am writing it here, fourth is Raghurajpur from Odisha, and next fifth is Anegundi from the state Karnataka, sixth is Mahabalipuram from the state Tamil Nadu, then seventh is Tajganj from Uttar Pradesh, and last eighth is Amer from Rajasthan. Okay, so these are the 8 villages that have been selected under this scheme. Which Indian state is the first to launch the breakfast scheme for the students of the government school? This is Tamil Nadu. Godhan Nyay Yojana is a scheme implemented in which Indian state? This is the scheme from Chhattisgarh state, and under it the state government is to purchase the cow urine at 4 rupees per litre from the local festival Hareli, and Hareli was launched in 2020. Also, cow dung would be purchased at 2 rupees per kg, and with this they will produce the vermi compost. Okay. Next is few important banks. Which is the first bank in India to launch a policy to fund the industry of the lab-grown diamond? This is State Bank of India. Which is the only Indian bank to be listed in the Fortune 500 list in 2022? So the only Indian bank which has been listed in Fortune 500 list of 2022 is again State Bank of India. You have to tell me first position was occupied by whom? Which is the first bank in India to list its payment gateway platform on the Income Tax Department's TIN 2.0 platform? So the first bank in India to do so is the Federal Bank. Which cooperative bank signed agreement with SIDBI to improve the flow of credit to MSMEs? This is SVC Cooperative Bank. And what is the full form? Shamrao Vittal Cooperative Bank. Which foreign bank's IFSC banking unit was recently inaugurated in GIFT City, Ahmedabad? So recently, the IFSC banking unit of Deutsche Bank has been inaugurated in GIFT City, Ahmedabad. Who has been named the richest woman in India as per the Kotak Private Banking Huron list? Answer would be Roshni Nadir Malhotra. She is the chairperson of HCL Technologies and she has the worth of 84,330 crore rupees. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.